Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tournament game between Generalen and Senna against Vincent and Keraban. Today, for change, we are casting in English and we lost one of our players. But yeah, we have our two co-casters today here. Once again, we have Phottor. Hi, Fabi.
Hi.
And premier for this tournament, casting together, the great Unwashed. Hi, Janich.
Hello there.
Yeah, and now we have to find out what happened to Vincent. Where
He's back.
is Vincent?
He's back.
Okay.
Back. Yo, back.
Oh, black? Not back.
But Vincent is back. I don't care.
Yes, Thor, indeed, it will be a full English stream, so we can please our dear friend Mr. Generalen, so he can also enjoy full cast. And we are all freshly out of school, me not so fresh, but I think our English will be up to par for this.
I think so. It's very important that Generalen can watch the stream afterwards, so he knows when we flamed him.
Yeah, and also he understands when we flame Senna, so we will all have a fun time here.
But very interesting that Generalen chose Vikings, because yesterday he said he won't play this garbage race.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's because of the position. Like, I'm not sure how the space will work out. There is chance of a second stone field below, like from position 1 below the desert, or from position 3 to the left of the desert. But apart from that, if there's not a second stone field in this tight starting position, then there won't be much possibility for more stone fields. But yeah, we will find out once we are on the map. Game starting. And we have, once the map covers up, our blue Viking player, Mr. Generalen, on the left side of the map. His teammate slightly below him, playing as usual Romans. We have Senna. And on the other side of the map, playing as the Mayans in green, we have Keraban. And playing in the teal color, we have his mate Vincent playing as the Romans. And yeah, the map. What we
Look at the stone fields. Is it as expected, or do you find more?
I think it is to be expected, but yeah, next to the desert we see a forest, so that could have been a stone field, but it's always 50-50. Rarely it would be free, but yeah, every player is getting 2 stone fields, so that's completely playable.
And what do you think
expected position 2 and 4 are better? Apparently Senna and Generalen have not that much experience with this team compositioning or positioning, because on this kind of map 2 and 4 are always better.
Can you elaborate on that?
Because of the stone field, or?
Yes, because the stone is always towards the middle, or mostly.
Not sure. I mean, Stonefield could have been south next to the desert anyway, so I don't think it really makes that much of a difference.
Yeah, I personally don't play this map type too often. I don't really like it too much. What I can say is that with close to 100% certainty, the forest will go towards the teammate, so you most of the time always start with full forest. And also quite likely you would start with second forest, as yeah, you have chance for double forest, which we don't have here. But yeah, from my experience, the stone field can spawn on either side. But yeah, if you notice that it spawns more towards the middle than not, then yeah, we have a point here. But what in the same vein, I kind of have to say that having the Mayan on the top position kind of feels a little bit bad in that sense, because the Roman, which is more dependent on a good wood production, now has the slightly worse full forest from the downside to take, And I personally would have put the Roman on the top side and the Mayan player who doesn't really care about if all his woodcutters are completely efficient on the bottom position.
Yeah, I agree. Would have been smarter. But maybe they were thinking about opposition, like that they wanted to put Keraban against Generalen and Vincent against Senna.
Do you guys see any upside of choosing this enemy-dependent positioning?
I mean, if they try to make an aggressive move, it makes sense to have the main player who is likely to reach high peacetime scores against the Viking who, in Generalen's case, most likely doesn't have as much of an army at peacetime.
Yeah.
Like if you move it correctly, then maybe you can kill faster if you have the strongest player against the weakest player.
Yeah.
Not really weakest, but weakest at peacetime.
Yeah, it will be an interesting question if the Viking player, who would arguably most of the time be the weaker player in most cases, or if Senna will be the weaker player when he goes for his famous Senna barracks with no soldiers out. So
yeah, we will find out.
We have to see.
Oh, and Senna is building a very interesting tower. Taking some space between the two forests, and I think that's actually a very bad decision because I think the Viking player would like to have that space for expansion.
Yeah, I'm also not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably has stopped building the tower because usually it doesn't happen so early that towers are not getting built. So maybe they already talked about it and came to the conclusion it's not a good idea to do this, or at least wait until Generalen, who plays just another tower below his one forester, until he finishes that one. But I think then there won't be much space left there, so the tower might be completely wasted by this point.
Yeah, I agree.
And also Generalen left his tower standing on the right.
Yeah, Generalen is usually very good with that. There are other players who always cause some drama because of that. I can remember a game yesterday where a certain someone crushed the gold mine of his fellow teammate. But yeah, that's a story for another day.
What do you guys think about the
building
space?
the tower.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's surprising. Let's see. Like, he still has the option to build it and maybe crush, or yeah, maybe General said, okay, I take the bullet. I'm equipped to getting scammed. Okay, it's not that horrible, but still the Viking player won't be able to place a lot of buildings there. Maybe woodcutter, forester, woodcutter.
Generalen's tower being built.
Are Vincent and Keraban doing? Oh, no one is taking the space. Okay. I mean, Keraban probably doesn't need it, and Vincent doesn't want it, apparently.
Yeah, from experience from playing with Vincent in this kind of positions, I'm always the one who scams him for the space between forests, and he's usually like, yeah, I'm not even trying, you can have it. Let's see. But he just placed a tower, and yeah, as Romans, I think that's a good decision. You take the space for the forest, in exchange you give the Mayan a little bit more of the stone field, and then everyone can be happy in this team composition.
By the way, Vincent just finished his second sawmill, and I think that's already a bit too late. He's losing some time here because he's stacking logs at the first sawmill and not producing enough board.
Yeah.
And
the toolsmith timing of Keraban is very good. The Mayans.
I agree.
He had it at 6:30 already.
Yeah, that sounds very promising. When we look at the stonecutters, more stonecutters are already finishing up, so I think he has a very clean start here for Mayan. And yeah, let's see in the mountain if he already got some mines. And I think he has a perfectly fine iron mine and also coal mine. Yeah. So very.
I actually think
it's double.
The iron mine is slightly double. I actually checked in editor, and there are 2 or 3 double iron mines, and he's taking one.
Yeah, that will make the players happy. Alright, we have a question in the chat. Uwu S4 is asking if we have enough space or if they will struggle hard. with shoveling and stuff. What is your verdict on this kind of position where we are surrounded by a lot of mountain?
Yannick, you go first.
I think space is completely okay. As soon as the first stone field is being removed, it's completely fine. Also, you have to cut down this one forest, and then, I mean, maybe late game, a little bit less space than you would like, but it's okay.
I mean, you will definitely make it until peacetime, but I think it's hard to play this map because I'm pretty sure that Senna and Vincent are going for bigger builds, and if they don't manage it right and like build the farms in a good place and keep it all compact and move your shovelers in a useful way, then I think you can screw yourself pretty bad on this kind of position. And I'm excited to see how they will handle it.
I'm also curious in which direction they plan to leave their inner, let's say, crater, like they are like in between all this mountain. And then you have choices if you want to go like behind the mountain, where you probably will have a lot of mines to take, and you will have to build fissures, or if they tend to go to more towards the inside. Let's say I'm on Vincent position at the moment. If they go to the south kind of area, like below the desert, and there are a lot of choices to be made, and I think it will be very hard, as in no direction another stone field will be very close. So stone supply towards peacetime, even for the Romans, but for Mainz even earlier, will become a problem here.
Definitely.
Alright, Senna has 2 smiths already running, and yeah, go ahead, Yannick.
Yeah, I wanted to ask who are we going to deep dive into, but apparently Senna, so let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, not much to see here at the moment. Senna elected a lot, crushed his star tower, so the one tower protecting the forest is the only one. See, Generalen also crushed the one tower, and he used the space he took for a stonecutter now. So yeah, but we can come to Generalen's forest arrangement a little bit later. Senna is building the mines and pre-shuffling a lot of wood industry, so all looking normal here.
I think Generalen just screwed himself a little because his builders ran away from his second medium house. And is it the second or the third? I think it's the third. Yeah, if it's the third, then it's not a problem at all. But yeah, it's finishing late, and the smith is almost done.
Yeah, Generalen is a player who didn't join the bandwagon with the 1 or 2 small houses as Vikings, so he's still going for the 9 or 10 woodcutters into second medium house. And yeah, thus he has enough settlers to start the iron smelter, and yeah, he will be fine.
It's fine.
Also, I think it's the third medium house.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. It is.
Yippee!
Just looking at the house, and if in my build with the small house instead of the second medium house, if the medium house finishes that late, then you don't have enough settlers for smith. So I was seeing a red flag, but actually there is none.
Yippee! Yippee!
Yeah. 5th sawmill is finishing up for him. He also plays his first set of mines, so he can continue his build. Let's see how he does his forest. He puts some foresters and woodcutters towards the mountain on the left side, so he will mostly keep his forest in the middle area, which I quite like, as there is not much of a probability that settlers carrying ores through it will occur too much. Like the only thing getting carried through the forest will be stones from the stone fields, but that should be completely fine. And he will leave the other 2 forests towards his left side and the right side to be cut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Is any player already working on pioneering out of their hole? I don't see pioneers for Senna and Generalen.
Generalen has pioneered on the right
Yeah, he did
tower.
did a good tower to
Yeah.
reach more mountain fast, but
Yeah. Where did those pioneers go afterwards? Did he convert them to shovelers or am I blind?
I'm not sure actually.
I don't see them.
They are on the left, top left of desert. Moving
Sure.
towards the outside and looks like a fine
Okay.
space. Yeah, but we can see once he gets to the coast, he's probably able to build like 3 or 4 fissures in this arc towards the coast there. So for Viking,
Yeah.
that's a pretty juicy spot. So that's a good eyesight for him to get to this position sooner or later. I like that.
But I mean, the river is quite convenient for him, I would say. Like you have space for at least 4 good water works and I don't know, 5 fissures at the starting river.
But
Yeah.
wouldn't he be faster if he gets towards the bottom left
Yeah, it would definitely
behind the mountain?
Yeah, it would definitely be
depends
faster,
on-
but yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, where you want to have your build flow. Like at some point in time he will have to use the space around the desert, and then he's going there anyway, and then it's quite comfortable to build those fissures at the left coast. Whereas if you would want to build like, I don't know, 5 fissures at the south lake, then his diggers would have to run some miles to get there.
I also
Oh,
think
and
that
Ugus. Yeah, you go.
yeah, I also think that the land on the Yannick suggested position is a little bit more hilly especially for Viking fishers. So, and it can also happen that you kind of interfere with your teammate who may also have an incentive to go there with towers, and accidents can happen quite fast over there. And yeah, I think for Viking it's a better position to go to the top side, but nonetheless, sooner or later you should try to get fishers down there as well.
Agree.
And also, we should mention that the river is quite long, so you can probably fit 6 to 8 fishers there, maybe even with Vikings.
Yeah, maybe. 8 is a bit much, but
Yeah. Let's have a
you
look
will
at
get some.
Keraban. I think he has mains
yeah.
should be advanced the furthest. But at least we are not seeing farms yet around minute 16. So what has he done instead?
Second toolsmith, apparently.
Second toolsmith. Oh boy,
Ah,
really fast second toolsmith. Because
Yeah,
of the
I like the approach.
double iron mine. Yeah, I mean it's valid, I would say. It's like not an insane iron mine, but it's definitely more than normal. So his second iron smelt will have some work to do.
But I think he placed a second iron mine as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this one.
But
He
the
also
stone
went-
cutters are laying full. That's not good.
Yeah, he also went for like the fourth sawmill so early before the farms. I'm not really sure if I like that, but he's digging the farms right now, so it should be fine in a second.
Yeah, we can definitely say it's a very big building approach. So building industry is priority. Also tools for building like shovels and hammers. And yeah, we have to see how the lack of food. His food industry will be delayed by 3 to 4 minutes by this choice. It can be fine, especially meat can become a problem. As bread, you can always increase the production as much as you want, but increasing the meat production is always a bit tricky as mains, as the pig farms are always the goat farms for mains. Is always a very big committal building as it produces so much and takes so much grain.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, he has a few forests where he can hunt once he gets more weapons to do hunters again, and the fact that he is having a double iron mine from the beginning also helps with the lower amount of meat he will have during this game.
Definitely. And there somewhere on this mountain there is a second double iron mine. I'm not sure if the players have found it yet or not, but I checked in the editor.
Yeah. He's also building a stone mine, which, I don't know, from the looks of it, might also be double, or otherwise he would have maybe misplaced it, like not misplaced it, but usually you place it on stone on stone
Oh,
shields.
it's definitely
and
double.
they're fine.
Look at Vincent. Look at Vincent.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Big
so
juicy one.
that's also very convenient. But nonetheless, would you guys recommend for Keraban to dive into mana quite fast, or how would you approach this position?
I think yes. I think you need a stone. You want the stone curses.
Yeah,
What
what
do you
about
say?
you,
So
Janich?
he has maybe a little bit more than 2 stone fields because he's taking the big chunk of it on both sides. And yeah, I would probably also recommend mana, but I mean, he's building stone mines and he is building 7 farms. So I think he's going to play with stone mines, but he should build mana.
Yeah, depending on if the second stone mine he's building is also double, I would kind of doubt it, as we don't see any shields left from the geologist. Having one double stone mine definitely isn't enough to cover the stone demand once the stone fields are running out. But maybe he can compensate it by, if he doesn't want to make mana, by doing a bit of a temple spam in the meanwhile and get like, I don't know, with a few temples get to like 5 stone curses. And that might be enough to give him enough time until he gets to the stone fields towards the outside. But nonetheless, there is not much stone. And I'm pretty sure having mana as the main player should be the end goal still.
And the big temple is being placed on the right side.
Okay, Vares is asking, is it possible to PT rush with this amount of farms? If Keraban manages to like execute this kind of approach accordingly, then definitely, then he can also have like 300 at peacetime or something like that. But nonetheless, I don't think peacetime rushing is a good idea anymore. Not on this kind of level, not on this kind of distance, and not when you play with Sabos from 75. You want a power peak at 75, then you want to kill with Sabos. You don't go in and kill at peacetime anymore.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. He will have the opportunity to build his heavy industry extremely fast with this tool focused approach. And yeah, what's going on?
I disconnected.
GG, I guess.
I mean, 50 seconds. Do you want to reload, or you could also just continue and I can watch the stream. I don't really care.
I will ask the players.
Annoying.
Okay, I decide.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 50 seconds. I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Keraban is playing 8 farms.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Like, when you start with the farms later and also go for stone mines, you kind of have to compensate. Like, back in my days, when I played Mayans with this very fast 2-smith approach, I would often end up at 10 or even 11 farms afterwards. But yeah, let's see how big he wants to go and how focused on peacetime he wants to play. Okay, what's this?
By the way, Uvo also had an interesting point that Generalen might remove his desert as a Viking. And I think that would be a great choice, and maybe even remove the desert for Senna. Could be very, very good use of his mana.
Yeah, depending on how tight the position turns out. Like, we know Senna, he's gonna build a lot and run out of space a lot faster than Vincent may do. So yeah, might be way to go.
okay. Senna, probably fatal error. I would guess. Game closed.
That's
Now let's hope we can get it back to work. Right, everyone's in. Go, Vincent. Okay, I think we have him.
That's good.
Alright, we are back on track. Yeah, let's focus a little bit on Vincent, what he
Yeah.
has done so far. And what do we see here?
I think 6 sawmills, first farms finishing up. It's okay. It's alright. I think he was a bit slower in the beginning than Senna. He had some cold troubles and his toolsmith was not running really good and his double iron mine is lying full. But other than that, I think he's keeping a somewhat good pace. Do you agree?
Yeah, we have like Yannick is playing more Romans lately than I am. So what's your opinion, Yannick?
Yeah, pretty okay-ish early game, I guess. The Fisher is lying full, but everything else is okay.
Oh, and he's building the gold mine double. Interesting.
Oh, he just
Not sure
asked
if
us before the game how to place it correctly, and did he? Is he doing the job?
Looks fine.
Yeah. Is there a need to build them double? We haven't checked the amount of gold the players have yet. I saw at Keraban's mountain that there are a lot of gold coming up towards his top left hand side, where he's finishing a tower now and might be able to place 2 gold mines, and it's not too far away from the 2 others to the left of the snow. So yeah, not sure how good building double gold mines is that early when you are still a little bit limited on your fish with a small river into the mountain.
I'm also not sure. Like, only thing that I could say is that he was a bit slow on his tower to get the second or third or fourth gold spot. And I mean, his first mine double might be a thing, but not really sure if it's good in the long run.
But I'm missing the storages so far.
Yeah. May not have gotten the permission from Yannick to use it, but would be a very good addition. Keraban has one and is storing in gold ore, and the other players. Senna also has no storage yet. Generalen has one, but I'm not sure if ores will end up in that, as usually Vikings use their storage for stones first, as Generalen is also a player who plays kind of stone heavy towards the beginning.
I actually do build ore storages first before the stone storage, even as a Viking. But I think that's just preference.
Yippee!
I think it's also playstyle dependent. Like, I'm a Viking player who doesn't focus too much on stones early, whereas other Vikings in the early game really focus on getting, like, let's say, getting up to 6 stonecutters very fast to get this kind of lead on stones, have something in the storage, so you don't have to worry too much about your first stone conversion.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm a little bit more tight. I focus more on wood production, but it also backfires later if you miss the point to ramp up your stone production and then still get your first stone conversion in time. but that's the reason why I'm only 200 to 300 soldier at peacetime Viking player and not 400.
Yippee! Yippee!
Right.
But all players except Keraban are letting their double Iron Mine lie full and go to waste, kind of.
Mhm.
I think that's a bit sad.
Yeah, I think having one storage early is definitely very important. Like, you definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Keraban making a lot of use. He will have a lot of tools. So far, stone supply is still very good for him. He has enough stone cutters lying full, but the starting stone field will become empty kind of soon.
And he plays mana.
Yeah, that's very good.
I like it. He didn't place too much. He placed like 3 Agave workers. But I think that's more than enough to stabilize the stone and give him good prospect for the future.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked if the big temple would be finishing up at this point already, so he could maybe place another stone curse into his starting stone field. Like, of course, you want to build heavy industry there, but with the size of his build, like, he wants to go into mana anyway first. I think you can put a spell there once, then cut it down, and then use it for heavy industry if you need it, if you don't plan to build it towards the right side.
Keraban is kind of not finishing any buildings at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's shuffling a lot, and yeah, he has this construction site of the big temple binding a lot of shufflers, which is always a point in the game where it just feels bad. But I'm pretty sure he should be above 30 or maybe even 35 shufflers at this point already. And yeah, enough buildings should be ready to go in a minute.
Okay.
Also, the slaughterhouse is finished, but not what is it for mines?
The goat farm.
Oh, the goat farm is not finished yet? Oh boy.
Yeah, that's worrying.
That's really worrying, actually.
Like, so far, he's getting carried through the double Iron Mine, which still has a lot of meat left. So if he notices it now, stops the second Iron Mine, so no meat gets wasted. It might work out that his Toothsmith will run through, but he will not be able to get a little bit of a lead with iron ore. So his next iron smelters should be in trouble with getting enough iron ore once they want to start working.
Yeah, he's gonna have meat problem. He's gonna have iron problem. He's gonna have weapon problems at peacetime. So that's actually a very big mistake, I would say.
Yeah, considering the timing of the normal Mayan builds, where you stay on 1 Toothsmith and go farms minute 14, he's basically like 10 minutes late with his goat farm, which I don't know the numbers, but he's probably behind like 20 meat because of that.
Yeah.
Right. Let's have a look at Senna again. What has he done in the meantime?
7 farms. I kind of like the location and the spacing. Really nice. 2 goat farms. Sheep farms. And 5 bakeries probably. That looks very serious. But as Senna says, he always plays serious in tournament games and very unserious in casual games.
And placing barracks seriously is not a thing at all for him, so that's the way to go.
What might be a problem is that his toolsmith is lying full with some iron bars, so either it's not working or it's not getting coal, and he's mismanaging his coal from the first coal mine. That might cost him, but we'll see.
Yeah, his first and only coal mine is a little bit close towards the edge. Like, not saying it's terribly bad, but it could happen that a few of the left-hand shields might be cut off by the edge, and thus doesn't work fully efficiently. Yeah, personally, in these situations where I feel a little bit uncertain, I always try to get a second coal mine running at some point. Like, it doesn't have to be completely immediately, but you always want to play towards the safe side regarding that, because nothing is worse than not being able to produce tools because your mines aren't bad. And investing 4 wood into another mine, may it be coal or even iron ore, is not the end of the world.
Yeah, agree.
But yeah, looks perfectly fine for him. Let's have a look at our Viking player. So we see the good old mountain beekeepers putting up their bees over there, very space efficient, which you kind of like to see on this kind of position.
But is it actually space efficient? Because I think he's wasting lots of space between the beekeepers and the farms, and
yeah, that part is definitely not space efficient. Yeah, let's see. Like, personally, I like the angle a little bit different. Like, where he places fifth farm, have a beekeeper over there. That is maximum amount of space efficiency. But yeah, let's see. Maybe he could place even 1 or 2 bakeries above the right-hand beekeeper.
Yeah.
Maybe on the at the left. But he also doesn't seem to switch the working areas for the farms. So yeah, not sure how terrible of a mistake that is. Probably not that much, but it probably makes a difference over time.
I actually would have liked a third woodcutter at the forest to just clear the area fast and have the building space available, because he won't have it in time.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Let's have a look on the other forest on the right side, and there's also only one woodcutter over there. The area will free up regardless, as the start stone field will get whittled down over time by the stonecutters. But yeah, I think on this position you have to focus on getting space, and getting the 2 forests out of your way is a very big priority, so you are not in trouble close to peacetime with space, and you have to make big U-turns with your shovelers over the position. Right, the pioneers towards the left side at the coast, they did a lot of nothing. He took a very big area, then had to redo it again.
Yep.
So a little bit of time wasted over there, but yeah, he will make it now to connect this area, and in like 10 minutes he would be able to build some fissures over there.
Does he have enough stone cutters for stone to iron?
How many does he have? Let me count. 3, 8, 11.
I think.
Should be fine. Should be fine for at least the first stone conversion.
I think the first one will be completely fine, maybe even second and third, but then already comes the point where you should really take care. Don't convert too much, as usual stone fields are kind of far away. Like, he's probably going to the next one will be the one on the top left side, above the river, but it will take a while, and I'm pretty sure you should probably invest into deers kind of fast, or you have to set up your stone mines and get stone on that way. That's kind of the Dunny approach for that. And we
desert removal.
The laser addiction.
Nice. Okay, I like that. I like that he's doing it so early.
He has no mana left. So.
By the way, where did he build his big temple? Right above that. Never mind.
Yeah. But having no mana and doing that is kind of I don't know. Like, I personally would have liked to put a deer spell kind of first, as stone to iron conversion isn't necessary yet. But having deers in your area, getting a little bit of a lead for that, like your iron mine is fine. It will work and will keep working. But at least you don't have to worry for the foreseeable future. And you also get the possibility to get a second iron mine kind of soon. And yeah, Gespielt, at least for me, has first priority most of the time. And yeah, let's see. But he's rebuilding the temple already, and yeah, he will get another possibility to use the spell as of now.
But what I wanted to say, I think he was a bit slow on the farms, on the bakeries, and also on the mana production. Like I don't know, he got some houses finished. He has lots of settlers, but everything else is a bit slow, I would say.
That's quite possible. Usually, if you play with Vikings and go for the 2 coal mines kind of fast, and I think he did that. I think I remember that. And if you then store in the coal until your goldsmelter comes into play, then you usually end up with like half or full storage full of coal, which he hasn't by this point. So there's probably a bit of idle time on his coal mines.
Yeah, like the last bread is getting eaten right now, and the first bakery is starting to kick in, but only in minute 34. So it's late. It's very late.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a problem for Vikings, as you being late on your grain production doesn't matter too much, because you only make bread and don't have to take the longer step of producing meat with pig farms. So he can always increase his bread production by just adding 2 more farms, 1 more mill, and 2 more bakeries, and he can ramp up the production and compensate for later initial timing. But yeah, space is a little bit limited, so having to go early into more farms doesn't feel good on this kind of position, at least.
Oh, Senna has a farm count that King Cat will like very much.
Oh, if I like it, then Fabi will probably not like it, because I'm at 9 counting. Yeah, but
I actually do like it, because he's building bakeries and not a third fucking sheep farm. That's a very good choice, actually.
yeah, I like it too.
His coal mines are lying full.
With bread or coal?
Coal.
With coal. Yeah, I mean, third storage
No coal storage.
would have been nice.
Yeah, or just put every sort of ore in every storage. Like
No.
Yeah, just mix it. It's fine.
You mix gold and iron, and you have a clean coal storage. Then everything is perfect.
No. And in a few days we will get the fix for the bug of the storages, and then putting in everything will be even more fine. And if it still gets bugged, we have a reason to complain. But yeah, well, another thing I'm seeing here with Senna is that he opted to go for a second toolsmith. How do you guys like that?
I mean, he always says, yeah, I don't know, if you only have it to produce like 10 tools and then shut it off again, then it doesn't do you any harm and it just makes you stronger. But if he has low soldier count at peacetime, I'm gonna flame him anyway.
Yeah, I will put the camera on the toolsmith, and we shall find out once he crushes it. So let's put a timer here, and let's see. He's building up his settlers count. A lot of big houses finished up, and he's starting to shuffle his heavy industry. Will probably be around minute 40 until first weaponsmith will come to play. Let's have a look on the other players, how their heavy industry is looking by now. Let's start with Vincent.
Yeah, actually, it looks decent. I mean, 3 weaponsmiths standing and apparently working. He's a bit low on coal, I would say, but fine for the moment. Also, 5 goldsmiths at the moment. Yeah. Very good. He will have good good score at peacetime, I would say.
And Vincent is robbing Keraban of gold mines.
Oh, true. Actually, very true. But he has lots of gold mines standing. He built on his lower mountain. He built a second one also double. Second one looks a bit scuffed, but both of them are working, so it's probably fine. That will be very interesting. I think he's having a good game. If he manages to get a hold of his stone income, then it will be very good.
I mean, the positive thing is he's playing with a main player who opted to go for mana, so he might be able to get a stone spell from his teammate to help him out a little bit to get through some holes. But he also built a double stone mine, so he's also having a little bit of extra stone income anyway.
Yeah, he's fine for the moment, but I think he will have to ramp up his bread production. I don't think it will be enough.
I remember the game he played yesterday's practice where suddenly it turned out that he forgot to build half of his bakeries. But at least this time he is on 4 bakeries. No,
Yep.
5.
Five.
Yeah, and that's completely fine for two mills. So all good.
You know what could be a problem is that he's starting to build some Senna barracks.
Yeah.
And depending if he builds his first barracks early or not, he might run out of storage space and his heavy industry might run full. But we'll see.
And also currently he's forgetting to storage his bows.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, they're not full yet, but only 6 bows at 2 weaponsmiths.
Yeah. The second run, the weaponsmith in the middle is already full. So let's see how fast he notices it. But yeah, heavy industry is coming. Let's check at Keraban how he's doing so far. And yeah.
So the first thing that I see at Keraban are the very bad fishers he built. I don't like his fishers. Also, you can see it at the gold mines. Fish is pretty GG at Keraban so far.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
And I think Vincent just crushed one of his potential follow-up fishers.
Yeah, it wasn't crushed. The tower was built, but he already made the call to Keraban that I am gonna crush. So Keraban crushes on his own. But yeah.
No, he should have left his tower standing, because if Vincent wants to continue towering at the mountain, then I think he's gonna crush both of the fishers.
I think it will be fine when he tucks it very close towards the
you
mountain.
think so?
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't crush, but maybe 1 or 2 pixels will get over the coast. But we can have a look on that later. But yeah, just in general, the timing for heavy industry for Keraban is kind of late. Like it's minute 40 passing already. No weaponsmith standing still. Let's have a look on his iron ore first. He has some iron ores and a lot of mines standing. So
I see a juicy iron mine at the top mountain.
Oh yeah.
yep.
I mean,
Juicy double.
there are a lot of juicy double iron mines, and he should like pause the weaker iron mines so that the meat goes into the good ones. That would be a good call in this situation, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's kind of expected that he's a bit late with heavy industry because he went for greedy second toolsmith. He went for many farms. He went for additional mana, and then he only started with heavy industry. So I think it's considering his approach, it's fine, but still, like it won't be that good at peacetime. But he got the late game, maybe.
Yeah, but is that a thing? Going for late game with Mayans on this very far distant positions. I personally don't like it too much with Mayans, and yeah, then also this approach. Let's see, it will probably be fine, but I'm worried that he won't post any relevant amount of soldiers. And I think that's kind of Vincent's and Keraban's winning condition, that you kind of have to get something done until minute 75.
Yeah.
And yeah, it might still be fine. But yeah, having heavy industry as mains this late is usually not a good sign. You're probably gonna build a few more buildings, and you may get to your 200 still, but 200 is not too scary of a main number in my opinion. So let's have a look at our Viking player. And there we see a lot of heavy industry finishing up already. 5 Viking, Weaponsmith starting to work now. 5th one is getting filled up soon. Goldsmithers
looks good.
standing plenty. And yeah, 15 minutes time with 6 Weaponsmiths will make yeah, around 230 soldiers at peacetime. If this will run through from now on. Let's see his iron situation. Like, this will be the problem. Stonefields will run out soon, and if he doesn't get the transition onto iron smelters or stone mines soon, these 5 weaponsmiths will not run through until peacetime.
Yep.
Does he have a stone mine yet?
I think he missed the good double mine because he let the geologists like let it go to waste or something.
Yeah, he's
That's why he
building
built-
one stone mine at the place where the river goes into the mountain.
Yeah.
It's at least one. And let's see, I don't see more mine construction sites, so yeah, might be that one, but yeah, it won't be enough to secure more stone to iron spells, but would be enough to keep building.
Okay.
I think he placed some iron smelters towards the left mountain, at least 2 of them. Don't know what the 3rd building on the far left hand side is, probably gold smelter, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, it would be on 4 iron smelters, 5 weaponsmiths, 1 toolsmith, which still won't be enough, but yeah, let's see. He has some time left, and he will probably get 1 more stone curse in 1 or 2 minutes in, if he doesn't put too many big houses on priority or too much heavy industry, and then he still has some time to figure it out.
Yeah, I think Generalen is having quite a good game here.
Yeah. Who's also having a good game, judging from his barracks placement, is Senna. This is probably top 3 barracks I've seen from him. So he's really trying to win this time.
Must be.
And what are the toolsmiths doing?
Still standing.
They are still standing.
Standing and working, apparently.
Yep. But yeah, on the other hand, I can see that on this kind of position where you have the longer distances between you and your opponent, you might be inclined to go for a little bit of a more late game approach and get a little more out of your two smith. So they might feel safe enough to do this, and they may also have some scouting information on the enemy. At least Generalen has 5 thieves out. And at least if I would scout the main player and see heavy industry or a big chunk of it just finishing up at minute 45, I kind of would feel safe as well to do whatever I feel like doing. So Senna is expanding towards the inside track. He towered over the mountain, placed some Roman fissures towards that river. Another tower is gonna finish up, and he's getting the middle lake. Yeah, I think it's fine. I also think the map is kind of big enough that having land in this kind of position where you will have to defend with defensive combat power if you get attacked is not that big of a deal, as long as he doesn't take literally everything in this area.
Yep.
But yeah, usually I would have said just expand towards the back, leave your space, just take the mountain, and it might be
Agree.
a little bit of a safer approach. But yeah, fish is kind of stable for him. Not every gold mine, like every gold mine has at least 2 fish. That is fine for the moment, but yeah, could still become a problem once the starting fishers from the river will run out, but he managed to place five of them at the river, and that's already quite a big count. As on some other positions, you may only get 3 fishers, or maybe 4, if the river goes over a very short distance into the mountain immediately.
Yep.
Oh, and second toolsmith removed.
Oh, it happened.
Nice.
A man of his words. Who would have thought?
It was never there.
Oh, and he's continuing his barracks. What do you think about the next one?
I think the 2 storages are fine towards the top barracks, but they might interfere with the efficiency of the lower barracks, as now maybe gold bars from the top storages will get carried to the lower barracks, and it's always a little bit dangerous to do it like this.
Yeah, I think he should have started recruiting a bit earlier. Like before his third gold storage fills up and he just pumps out the first soldiers. Then I think he would have had everything out until peacetime. But he's going for more heavy industry and later settlers.
Yeah, I think you can at least start a little bit, like do 25 or something. You have like 50 to 70 settlers standing around, so recruiting 75 won't get you in a lack of settlers immediately. And yeah, see how it works. Like the two, this one big house finished up a few, like a minute or 2 ago, and the 2 others look like, as with the next round of wood and stone, they should also be finished. So as long as he's still in priority, he should get those houses too.
Yeah. Actually, would like to see some hunting huts at Keraban towards the top 3 forests, because he is in serious lack of meat. And yeah, he wants it fast, or would like to want it fast, but
Okay.
sadly not.
Keraban is already building more food.
Yeah, I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, how many weaponsmiths does he have standing? 4, 6, 7?
7
Only
is
7?
not much.
That's okay.
Yeah, and iron mines are lying empty. Like, you really should take your advice, Fabi, and stop some of the worst performing iron mines, so the double iron mines will work a little bit more. But yeah, we can see that the amount of weapons in this land is kind of low. So he has full storage, and probably also like at least a third of another storage. So let's say around 90 gold bars too much. So lack of 45 to 50 weapons already. And yeah, getting back into an equal relation between gold and weapons for mains is tough most of the time.
By the way, Keraban really overcommitted on his bread production, which I kind of like, because he has to feed some stone mines. But they really should put a market up so he could help Vincent in the future. Because I think Vincent
And
is
he
gonna
shouldn't
struggle
put
with
fish
bread.
on his stone mines.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a bit of a waste, especially in this moment where the gold mines are empty already anyway. So,
Yep.
yeah. Does he have enough stone? Not really. Like, you could make an argument to stop the stone mines, but I think he's so low on stone now that you may not even want to do that. And you have enough gold anyway, so if the gold mines aren't running, that's doesn't feel good. But putting yourself into a potential lack of stone also won't feel good. So tough choice to be made here.
I mean, he could cast some more stone curses and keep his starting stone cutters running, but he's deciding to not do it at the moment.
Yeah. Vincent's recruiting isn't looking too hot, and also all the settlers on the south side of the settlement just started running upwards. So yeah, a little bit
boy.
of a hold in recruiting as of now.
Is he pausing his storages? I was just gonna say, like, Vincent actually has quite some good iron output and could send Keraban some, and Keraban has really overproduction of bread and could send Vincent some. So if they had a market running and they were communicating,
Oh, I have error. Oof.
you too?
Yeah, I hope the players have as well. Always bad when the caster drops out.
Yannick, are you still in game?
No, I had error as well.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I feel
I
like
will ask
errors are happening more.
Hello, do you guys have error too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
then
suppose a Viking struck again.
yeah, then it's fine. Okay, I'm up again. Alright, I'm back. I will reopen at least Senna and Generalen. I joined them and they had error too, so let's host the save. Yup. 41, so unfortunately we lost a bit of time.
I'll click green, see that the game's running, and then I'll BRB.
Yep.
Get some food.
Yeah, or a beer. Whatever the casters need. So yeah, considering that Keraban and Vincent are kind of struggling to post big soldier numbers towards peacetime, I think we will have quite a passive game coming up, at least shortly after peacetime. But
Yep.
yeah, until minute 75, a lot can happen still. But yeah, it's a bit worrying for Vincent and Keraban that one of their, let's say, bigger winning conditions will be out for them, and I wonder how they will manage to keep up for the later game. Okay, let's do this time. Okay, I hope everything is back on track now again. And yeah, I see Vincent now. All the settlers on the bottom right side are still standing, so he might be able to do something which prevents the full settler collapse from now on. So it will help him a little bit, but let's have a look at his houses. There is a big house towards the top barracks finishing up, so that is fine. Another big house in the forest will take a while until it's done. And on the left side, he's also building a few medium houses as well. So yeah, they will probably finish up in 2 or 3 minutes. So, but yeah, as you already stated, the quality of his barracks are not too nice. So you will definitely end up with soldiers in the storage at peacetime.
Oh, and his storages are full. That's a problem. Both of them.
Oh,
And both of them are very bad.
yeah. It's always kind of a shame when you build, let's say, the top barracks and you build the two storages like this. I think you can salvage it by putting all your gold bars into the right-hand storage and then most of your weapons towards the left side, and that is way better barracks than the other way around. But yeah, he didn't opt to do that. So, our Viking player, let's have a look at his weaponsmith, and we see iron bars are there for now, but yeah.
Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, and I think he will run out again soon. I think he
Yeah.
did the second stone to iron spell a few minutes ago, but this is gonna be the last one for a very long
Yep.
while. And iron's matter count isn't too high. I see 4 on the left side and the starting one, so he's on 5. While he went up to 7 weaponsmith, and he still has his 2-smith running, so yeah, he won't be on full production for the next few minutes.
And his weapon or soldier count is not even as high as I expected. So I think he will still like barely reach 200, but I thought it would be a better game.
Yeah, at least the timing when the weaponsmith finished and started working should have been fine. I mean, he still has some weapons in the storage on the right side, so probably 20 more soldiers to go. But yeah, with only 4 minutes left, he probably won't even make the 200 when the iron bars will go down from now on. Which is a little bit sad, because iron ore is available plenty, as he has half a storage full of iron ore.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, tell me.
He has no settlers.
Oh, have a look at that. But yeah, now that you say it. And yeah, the 2 big houses behind the barracks are not doing anything. Then we have 2 houses which are a long way from finishing, and yeah, not much is standing around. I think I see a few settlers here and there putting stuff to barracks, and they're hanging around. Now that I say it, not sure, but yeah, definitely a problem for him.
But he keeps recruiting, right? Oh boy.
Looks like it. And yeah, he doesn't have a tower at his barracks, so they probably plan... they are building together at the stone field, kind of. Which is fine. I personally don't like building together too much, because if something happens and one player has to crush the towers, a lot of damage is done most of the time. In this case it's probably fine, but a few days ago I played a game against Yannick and Michael, where they also built together. One player had to crush and lost 4 farms because of that, and that always hurts a lot.
By the way, look at what Vincent is doing. He's not really securing his settlers. I mean, it's fine for the moment, but like all his storages are still full, and now he's going for mana. Like at least 1 vineyard, 1 small temple, and 2 vineyards already working. 1 small temple and a big temple.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you probably can do it. Mana is actually strong, I have to admit that. But on the other hand, you see a lot of mountain and still undiscovered mountain, where a lot of gold mines are still to be had, probably. And trying to play a style which just maxes out heavy industry instead of mana might work just as well. So yeah, it's a choice. I can't really judge it if it's good or bad. It's probably both equally viable.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
But yeah, nonetheless, Generalen will make it to 200, and even Senna, we have close to 200 by this point. Let's see how his storages are looking like, and yeah, barracks working completely fine. Think he's lacking a few weapons by this point, so yeah, building the second 2-smith may have robbed him of 30 to 40 weapons, as it is usually the case. But yeah, apart from that, he looks in a very fine state, has a lot of settlers. Can't really count or don't want to count the amount of heavy industry he has right now. But knowing Senna, he will be very fine and comfortable to go into the next stage of this game.
I think he's at 8 weaponsmiths, if I counted correctly. Yeah, looks fine. And he has already expanded farms. He's very solid.
Yeah. He also reached a very far away Stonefield already, where he has 2 Stonecutters. I think he's by miles and bounds the first player to get there. So that will also put some pressure off his stone mines, where actually no more bread got carried into. So I think with reaching that Stonefield, he made the decision to put bread fully into coal for now, which can be
Yeah.
fine, but having all your stonecutters very far outside, very far away from the actual settlement can always lead to problems with finishing upper buildings. But yeah, should still be fine.
By the way, Generalen did actually have a really good round. He's approaching 230 right now. I didn't see that coming. He also has, out of nowhere, lots of settlers standing around. Also no idea what he did there, but looking good again. I misjudged.
Yeah, I mean the house is finished up. The amount of weapons still left in the storage, already said that was okay. And
Peace time counts.
yeah, we have 230 for the Viking player, around 230 as well for Senna. And on the other side we have slightly less. We have our main player Keraban around 180 at peacetime, and Vincent got to 170 at peacetime, but with still a lot of stuff left in the storage.
Yep.
And if he manages to recruit that out, he should be on par to the left team.
Yep.
I just saw something very interesting because I think Senna only has 7 geologists.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that because he hasn't really geologized his mountain that much.
Yeah, I have to say that's a very typical Senna thing. Like, I'm very big fan of having at least always 10 geologists and sometimes even more. Where Senna is like, if something happened with his tool production, geologists are the first thing he will convert back to build his, to boost his amount of builders. And yeah, it's 2 completely opposite philosophies. And yeah, for at least for this later part of the game, he might be paying the price for it. Gold ore isn't really a problem for now, and I guess other mines he will have plenty as well. But yeah, he won't be able to develop as much mines as he could have done if he already knew where more gold mines would be.
Oh, by the way, Keraban did build a market. I'm not sure if Vincent has one though.
Nope.
Does not look like it. That's very sad, because actually Vincent could share some iron ore, and Keraban desperately needs it.
Yeah. Also could share some gold ore, as the gold mines lying empty led to gold smelters not having too much gold ore. I think they are all still running, but just barely. How's this fish looking? I think it's...
Is he even storaging gold ore?
You mean Keraban or Vincent?
Vincent.
Maybe not, because I think he had his lack of settlers and maybe paused his storages.
Yeah. So yeah, sharing the wealth could be a thing here. Think, I don't know. What is this? Okay, Keraban is building some beautifications towards the border towards Vincent. So combat power will be a thing. But yeah, not much happening, and I think the left team, Generalen and Senna, will be perfectly happy to just wait it out, to scale, and even if that means to defend in your own land, they probably feel comfortable to even overcome that, the combat power disadvantage, with a way bigger economy later on.
Yep.
But yeah, so far the players are still kind of close together. Vincent slowly catching up with the soldier numbers, while his storages are still as full as they were minutes ago. So still a lot of potential to catch up. only Keraban might struggle more and more to keep up, as his iron smelters are fully empty of iron ore and weaponsmiths are also not running. So yeah, he is running big danger of getting left behind the pack.
I mean, how many? He has his second goat farm working at the moment. He did not build any hunters. Like seriously, I think if he built like 3 hunters, one for each forest at the top side, you would have 20 to 30 meat more, and that might be enough to just keep all his weapon industry running.
Yep.
Then he wouldn't build up such a huge gold lead.
Yeah, that's quite a mistake. By the way, we saw Vincent harassing Senna a little bit with swords at the desert. They are dying now, sadly, as he's not moving them. But another sword at the mountain killed some geologists and okay,
Now
forced some
Senna's
to come
down
back.
to 5 geologists.
Yeah, it's low-key pretty big play for them to make. So yeah, Senna's a little bit stuck on the amount of mines.
He crushed all his second toolsmith, so he can't produce more geologists.
And I think he didn't even rebuild a weaponsmith on it. Like usually he always promises to crush it and build a weaponsmith there immediately. And yeah, now we just have empty space left here, and yeah, he may rebuild it again. Hope we won't notice, but yeah, let's put the camera here again. Let's see if we see the second toolsmith coming back sooner or later. But we have a move from Senna and Generalen towards the front side. Both of them around 320 soldiers now, so looking very decent. And let's see how far they want to go. Combat power wise, they both have the 106, 107 combat power spike, but so has the other team, while Keraban is already looking to get the 119 with the set of beautification he's building towards the border of Vincent.
And
Generalen is also building combat power. Senna is surprisingly not.
Oh no, what a surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, Senna's combat power usually looking fine just by building, but yeah, won't make it to 119 if a fight was to break out immediately. Let's see what they want to do, if they just want to posture on more in the middle of the map, or if they actually plan on making a move now.
Okay, I just thought Senna made level 1 bows, but those are his starting soldiers.
Yeah.
Looked like they came out of the barrack, but they were like passing through the barrack. I don't know.
Yeah. It still has a little plus of gold bars, so long time level 3 production still going for him. And gold storages, gold ore storages are still plentiful. So even though he can't expand on more gold mines for the moment, as geologists are still a problem, and Vincent is still killing geologists here in the south, one spot here. Oh, but he converted last second. Nice reaction by Senna. But yeah, a lot of undisclosed mountain left here.
I like the priest of Generalen at Senna's weaponsmith.
Where do we have it?
Top right of the
Here.
barrack.
Okay, this guy wants to join in. Yeah, he really wants to make it, but no entrance granted over here.
This guy is trolling.
And yeah, Senna and Generalen actually moved in front of the land, and Keraban spotted Generalen on his side. He potentially has a better arc now, and yeah, it's a dangerous situation as Keraban is on 119, and Generalen is even moving into him, and we get a fight.
But look at Generalen's amount of mana. I think it's fucking insane. And he has enough meat on all of his Iron Mine, so he could probably sacrifice it all.
Yeah.
And that's very dangerous. Like if
Oh, Senna might be late. Let's see.
I think they're a
Vincent
bit
is
surprised, yeah, that
Moving.
how the fuck? And Vincent still hasn't even recruited all of his storages. Like, come on.
yeah, but it's also only 2 barracks which are not on 100% efficiency. Like the lower barracks with a little bit better storages made it already, but a little bit is still left on top barracks, and yeah, shouldn't happen.
Oh, and
Also settlers are short for him at the moment.
Keraban is getting frozen.
Yep, and he also got baited a little bit forward, and now he is the one standing inside the arc. But yeah, Senna's still not there with his full army, so the initial part of the trade could be fine for Vincent and Keraban.
If both of them use their mana now, like if Vincent...
Keraban has a priest coming. Vincent has no priest coming.
I think Generalen has too much. And I think Keraban is lacking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difference between Mayans and Vikings anyway, but combat power should still be do a big deal. And now we have some shields on the Mayan soldiers.
Oh, okay, so there's a priest. Am I blind? Ah, now I see the priest.
That freeze was very good on the top side. Yeah, the lines are very, very thin by now, and yeah, Vincent should have sent a little bit more towards the upside. And yeah, if we run the numbers, then it's I don't know, 500. Yeah, it's a bit better for.
Okay, Keraban is going back. Vincent is not going back.
It looks like a bit of miscommunication, but yeah, the arc for Senna Generalen looks too great.
But I mean,
and got even worse now.
they could alt forwards, right? Like
In the middle?
at the Vik, in the middle. At the Vik, it's.
I would not alt into concave.
Not
Yeah.
sure. I think they could.
That sounds like an India move.
But yeah, let's see. Like the middle of Senna Generalen also got a little bit thin over the last few seconds, and maybe the top side can be equal with the amount of with the combat power advantage for Keraban now.
Generalen is outside 119 now.
Okay, that changes a lot, and I think then he should definitely win the top fight from now on. And yeah, we can see in running the numbers that there are 100 more soldiers involved for the left team. So I think over time, even in this fight, we should see that. And yeah, the top side is getting destroyed.
Oh, and Senna is flanking Vincent. Oof.
Oh, they even made it towards the back. So yeah, this all is gonna die soon.
This Keraban has iron ore again.
Small.
I mean, it looks devastating, but like if Keraban has 50 more soldiers, and if Vincent has 119, then I think this could become a closer call.
I think Keraban was just a little bit further behind than he should have been with Mayans at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's tough. And yeah, Keraban will start to produce now again. The gold bars in his barrack soldiers are lying there plenty, so he would be able to make a lot of soldiers once weapon production kicks in. But yeah, you're playing also against Romans. I don't know if Senna already made some Zannies to heal the army back up, or if they just go for the killing blow now with the lead that they have. And
I think they could.
Yeah, and we are closing in on minute 75. Zabos can be a thing, and we see Generalen already making 5 Zabos. Don't know where they are. They're not at the front yet, but...
Our snipe top left, Keraban sniped the tower from Generalen, but it's not...
yeah,
not
no
at all
major
important.
damage being done here. Yeah. But General is lacking a little bit of coal for now, so gold bar production is not working at the moment. So economically he's suffering a little bit, but yeah, shouldn't matter.
He expanded farms on the right, but I'm kind of missing the food expansion of Vincent.
Yeah, he didn't really do it. Like, he built 2 farms at the top side, but decided to go for mana instead of food.
Yes, and now he will pay the price
Yeah, definitely.
because his coal is already.
But
working.
he didn't need to, because if they communicated and Vincent built a market, then Keraban could have easily like sent, I don't know, 40 bread or something, and then everything would be fine. But now it's not, and
Yeah.
now they die.
No, it's not fine.
No, it's not fine.
So yeah, Senna is working like clockwork in the south side of the settlement. He built a lot more heavy industry, more settlers, took the full stone field, going into mana, so he's
Oh yeah,
having a dream life. Only thing not working right now looks to be his coal mines, as he put bread back on his stone mines, which yeah, troubles his coal a little bit. Like for the moment it's fine, but a lot of mines are not working for this moment, so also a little bit of a problem. But yeah, biggest problem is in the middle, and Zabos are coming up slowly. They are passing the middle line soon, and looks like they are just playing it slow and starting to brutalize the mountain first.
Okay, Vincent tries to make his barracks more efficient by crushing the storages. Now he's storaging everything at the bottom barrack.
Okay, not sure if this made it better or worse. Like, I'm very inclined to say it made it a lot worse. But yeah, panic is setting in. Things have to be done, and yeah, whatever he's doing at this point, it's not going to fix the situation.
Yep.
But let's see. Maybe this one barracks can become the hero and manage to recruit everything in the settlement. Fish is also getting becoming a problem for Vincent, as all his gold mines are now empty. Got some fishers on the top side towards Keraban, but apart from that, he hasn't found any more coast access yet.
But he has a lot of gold mines lying full, and 2 storages full with gold ore, and every smelter has full gold ore, so I don't think that's a problem for a long time.
Yeah. 10 Zabos
And he doesn't
in
have
the
the
play, and they're starting with the first mines over here.
And also, team communication is not really happening because Vincent was moving to the bottom left of the front line and Keraban was not doing anything.
But yeah, they could try to initiate a fight down here against Senna, and they might be able to take a little bit of a good fight in the first 20 seconds. But once Generalen just puts the soldiers moving, they will still crush the fight, even though Senna will trade inefficiently. And yeah, overcoming this big of a soldier deficit is literally not possible if the enemy isn't really cooperating. But let's see. They want to snake Senna a little bit, so let's see how much they can get out of that move.
Senna has no vision really. Okay, now he's sending thieves. Getting snacked there. Probably.
Vincent is also feeding on the left side.
And yeah, Generalen is moving in. They're just making the choice to let Senna pull back towards the top left side and thus the inside track
I mean-
towards Keraban's Landers 3.
What could be interesting if they had some swords that they just swap position with the enemy team and just go for the kill. But I think it would be maybe even doable. Like they only have to clear this one tiny army of Senna. And if Vincent has 30 swords and his archers on that position, they can just waltz through Senna's land and try and kill him immediately.
Yeah.
Like, not a guarantee, but a thought that could maybe work out. But
Yeah, it's always a play. When you're behind, you should always look for these kind of plays, and it's enabled by the soldier movement of Senna and Generalen. They just selected to pull back and give the inside track free for Vincent and Keraban to do a beeline push down there into Senna's land. So yeah, it can become dangerous, but yeah, I'm not seeing it here. But for other games, it's definitely an interesting alternative to cause some chaos inside the game.
yep.
And yeah, in the meantime, we just see the Zabos doing works, and then Generalen took a long step back and dare Vincent and Keraban to come into them, which they seem to be doing, and it probably won't end too well.
But Senna could have had such a better front line if he just spreaded the soldiers more to the bottom left and to the right.
Mhm.
Now he has to pull back, but we'll get a nice concave because of the reinforcements from the left side.
Yeah. And yeah, Generalen collapsing from the top side. The farms are blocking a little bit, but yeah, you could do a meme play and Thor's hammer the farm, but yeah, they can just fight it out anyway. The concave is too great.
Generalen just did a funny play. He crushed the wood storage of Keraban, and now many settlers are running there to put it in different wood storage.
Oh, nice. Putting the
Does he have
enemy
lack of
into the lack
settlers?
of settlers. No, it's fine. There's some left, but at least it's up to 64
He
settlers
pulled
less.
all the settlers away from the barracks. But yeah, I mean, the fight is going bad, obviously, for the right team, but could have gone even worse, I think.
It can always go worse in life. So yeah, let's see how much longer Keraban and Vincent want to fight the situation out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, professional caster, by the way.
Good predict on that one.
Yeah, I know. I see when a game is hopeless because I'm in this situation quite often, getting steamrolled and getting zaboed. Just get me out of here. And yeah, Senna and Generalen very comfortably moving on to the next round, and they're gonna face Alex and General or Aaron and Veneric in the next round. So that will be a very fun matchup. And Vincent and Keraban are gonna drop to the loser bracket. I have sadly no idea which enemy team or teams they are gonna face down there in the next round. Maybe one of you can research that.
GG.
Second.
GG. Let's see if we can get all the players here. Okay, we have Vincent and Keraban. Let's put the others up too. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome everyone. Good
Hello.
game, everyone. And yeah, congratulations, Senna and Generalen, to play a very nice game and move into the next round, where you're gonna face Alex and General or Aaron and Veneric. You had like both of you looked like you had a pretty decent game. How were you guys seeing it? Let's start with you, Generalen.
Quite solid. Not gonna lie, spot was quite annoying. Very annoying, but like, yeah, like I don't think I made a single bad decision in this game. Like I had no space problems, no wood problems, no stone problems when I needed. Like maybe I built my iron smelters a bit too late, like 2 minutes earlier would be better, but looked fine, I guess. I know, actually I did one mistake because I forgot about my third Midori and small temple.
Mm-hmm.
But when you use gears, it's not like a big problem.
Yeah, looked very decent. Was a good game.
Yeah, I played Vikings. You asked me to play Vikings. There you go. Now you can.
I wanted to flame your ass, and then you play decent. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's very unusual. Never seen that before.
Seeing me being flamed for my Vikings or playing decent?
Yes. But yeah, we also, yeah, at least regarding the iron bars, we identified the same problem. You could have had a little bit more, but yeah, you came towards the exact point which we predicted further in the cast, like around 220, 230 soldiers, and that was fine. And yeah, late game was completely secure for you, so very, very good Viking game. Senna, how did it work for you?
I was a bit slow. Kind of forgot to build iron mines in the middle for a bit. But otherwise, it was...
I think everyone was slow. Sorry for disturbing you, because position like was slowing you.
Like I had some inaccuracies, but like no blunders or major mistakes. But so it was okay, I suppose. Could have been
That's a
better.
perfect game from my buddy boy.
No. There were quite a few inaccuracies. Like I just avoided major blunder. I just avoided completely killing myself. But there still were quite a lot of things I were not happy with.
And Senna, you must have had one big stroke of genius, because you managed to build good barracks.
Yeah, that was the most surprising part about this game. Like you had, yeah, way better barracks than Vincent, for example. And
I was not sure if I liked him, to be honest.
Like, they are not diagonal. He's not gonna like
not
it.
in terms of recruiting speed, but like positionally, they were very close to the front. So if you lose initial fight, it can get dangerous quite quickly.
But I had to build my temple early. I hate to do it.
You shouldn't. It's a very good thing. I think it's probably
No,
not good
it's
to build
not.
it early to use your first spell to remove desert, but do something else. But apart from that, I would also like it.
I knew that I'm gonna build at least 2 more times before I convert.
The one thing I dislike is that the game didn't go a few minutes longer, because I think I will catch Generalen back. That is head now is annoying me.
Yeah, but
Sorry, mate.
one thing you're not gonna catch him back is the amount of gold, because you are way behind in gold mines, as you managed to go down to probably 3 geologists after having 7 or 6 or whatever initially. So started with less geologists than everyone else anyway, and then Vincent harassed you really well. And
I rebuilt those in the end.
Yeah.
I was back on 7, I think. But yes, I was a bit slow.
Yeah, a lot of mountains still undiscovered.
Yeah, the only thing that went fine for me is the gold mine count, which is 40 nearly.
But why?
Have a look at that.
I stopped doing that.
You have less gold than me.
I don't have. I don't have a single double, and I stopped at 30. I was like, nah, screw this shit.
Like, I'm building if you want to mind.
Vincent really is at 39.
Yeah.
Why?
But I don't think you have the fish for that.
No, I don't have. But they were lying full anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah,
I also idle my tools with a bit. Not if you noticed, like my tools was idle for after the save. For some probably understandable reasons. Which is why I had to go to the second one.
The first save kind of screwed me, because I was like on the edge with settlers and I was controlling it very well. And then the save happened. I was like, shit, what am I supposed to do now?
Just do the same as before.
Yes, that's usually the best thing. And yeah, we
And
saw...
Second save went for me, it was the same for me. I also was on the edge with settlers and then I screwed it a bit.
No? second save, you were in lack of settlers, and then save kind of saved your ass.
Yes, that's actually true. Like you will see it in the
Vincent
VOD
called-
very well.
Vincent called cheating.
I mean, I had prior on my houses before the save, and I didn't manage to do it again.
I know why we had an error, because my hunter shoot the farmer.
Nice.
Keraban was also thinking that he was the one causing the error because he casted his stone spell directly onto a stone
Okay.
in the exact same moment, so it's unclear.
So both teams equally guilty. So no win on the green desk being had here.
I mean, my guy got meat out of my farmer, so it's Gucci.
Yeah, worth it. You just
Genau,
paid with
General.
a Skype for it.
Vikings are cannibalists now.
General's hunter is guilty of murder.
Yeah, we will convict him. Let's go.
We just needed to feed his family.
Keraban, how did it go for you?
Since the last game, like 2 weeks ago, I was on vacation, so it went a lot better than the last game. That's good. I don't think I made any major mistakes. I just had really low amount of fish till peacetime, I think.
Only I didn't have problems with fish.
I think everyone had.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So I just opened up the PT save, and Keraban, you have 87 meat with Mayans and
That's-
360 bread.
That's like one major mistake we spotted. Like your goat ranch finished really late. Like, I don't know, like maybe 5 to 8 minutes late.
Yeah,
And-
29 or 28, I think.
I placed it like the first thing before any windmill or even before the butter, but unfortunately the shovelers did not meant to shovel it.
Okay, yeah, happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think meat was your big problem, and that's why you were in lack of weapons for a very long time.
Yeah, I think at the point of the fight I was the player with the least soldiers because my iron was really low. Because I had no meat.
I've heard.
We suggested that you could pause the bad iron mines so that you keep only the double ones working, because you had quite a lot of them on this map. That's also a way to save some meat and have good iron efficiency. And other than that, you
on this map without many fish, it was just better to go second goat farm earlier. But yeah.
Yeah, or also just like 3 hunter huts at the top forest. Like there were lots of animals running around, and at least I would have liked to see like 2 or 3 hunter huts, and they could have also saved the ass. But yeah, other than that, like solid decision making. Maybe a bit too greedy on the second early toolsmith and the big farm count, and you like overcommitted bread a bit, which we would have liked you to share with Vincent. Like he was in desperate need of bread after peacetime. And
yeah, I
Keraban
was so
in
worried because of the stone mines, but I guess I was fine all along.
Yeah. And Keraban was in desperate need of iron, and Vincent did have lots of iron, so you could have shared really well.
But
and
didn't
complemented
Keraban build a market and Vincent didn't?
Yeah, I think so.
Anti-mate
quite
confirmed.
true. Yes.
But yeah, I have a question for Keraban. Was playing Mayans the plan all along for today, or did you decide because of the map? Because in the tournament so far you played a lot of Troja and Vikings, and I think also a Mayan game. So was that a decision made before the game, or how did you do it?
Yeah, I never played Trojans in the tournament.
Oh, really?
I never played them like since the 3-3 tournament because I spammed them this whole tournament.
Okay, my bad then.
And I was, so so the plan was Trojan or Mayan, but since I was on vacation and I hadn't really played Trojans a long time ago, I chose Mayans because I was kind of confident of them. I also thought about Vikings, but we agreed that we would not stand a chance in long play, so we kind of needed the peacetime oriented race.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that. And yeah, Vincent, how did your game go?
The early game was a big catastrophe. So like until minute 20, I was really just managing crisis after crisis. Then I was catching up a bit, and then bad things happened again soon after.
You built Senna
Because-
barracks.
Yes, I built Senna barracks, but I think the main problem of not recruiting was my lack of settlers. I think it would have been okay-ish with my barracks. I mean, the second one was good. The first one was not so good, I would say. But the problem was the lack of settlers. I think I could have recruited it all if I didn't have the lack of settlers. Until to peacetime. I had a count of like 140, 150 to peacetime if I had everything out, so I was kind of surprised with that. Because my early was really bad. I didn't build Saw 5 and 6. I forgot them, for example.
Oh.
I made mistakes with shoveling. My farms were much too late. Then I had full storages for weapons and gold for like 3 to 5 minutes in between, where I lost like 10, 20 level 3 soldiers at least. I think that were the major blunders until I just stopped building in the end, and everyone surpassed me big time.
Yeah, but yeah, that's usually what happens when you play against Senna Generalen. They are very good in that phase of the game. And yeah, the longer the game would have went, the lower the chances of you and Keraban would have become. Was it initially like the plan, we will definitely attack at peacetime, or let's say 65, or let it be 70, but then you guys both got into different troubles and you have to abort the plan? Or did you just go into the game, see how it flows, and see what fights are gonna get offered to you? What was the game plan there?
Yeah, the second.
Yeah.
We were just going for the flow. We didn't try to rush. It was clear that Senna wouldn't be playing some int build, so...
Yeah, but it was unclear that Senna would place really well working barracks, and that was like the biggest surprise for me in this game. So kudos to him, but as he already said, he's not going to place them again, as he's very sure that this barracks formation was not may not work. So let's see how next games will go. But yeah, it was top 3 Senna barracks I've ever seen, and let's see what we're gonna get next game from him. Alright then. Has anyone checked which opponent Keraban and Vincent are going to play in the lower bracket next round?
Yes, I've checked. It's either, let me look it up again. Either Schlumpf and Five Finger Death, or Foxan and Andy, or Agros and Pralex, or me and PJ.
You got lower bracket shit?
Yeah,
Yes.
unlucky, mate. Unlucky.
That's not unlucky, that's just int.
Let's say
Yeah.
you played Vikings when they were not buffed yet.
What would you do that?
Didn't you like see the game? Like, we
I did
actually
see.
beat like
Actually, I haven't.
we beat like the strongest opponent in our group. We beat Keraban and Vincent, and we lost against Fortnite Miss Witty and Fortnite Mr. Woody because they they pulled
I
out.
don't even know who those guys are, but that's dangerous. I can understand that.
We didn't either. We underestimated them like really bad. I fucked up my barracks and I didn't have anything at peacetime, and they had a good sword rush and they killed me. So the one time I built Senna barracks, the one time I get sword rushed.
Yeah. Most people are getting punished when they build Senna barracks, except maybe Senna, but yeah.
Senna-
Holy
also
shit, but
getting
this
punished
game was
sometimes.
so unlucky with combat power, because after the first fight, during the first fight, at the end I got 119,
Yeah, for me
and
the
at
same.
the end
I had
of, at the end of the second fight I got 132. Because of the tower snipe, I was missing one building for 132.
Oof.
So yeah.
Oh, I'm first at peacetime. That's Vikings OP.
Yeah, the buff have gone too far. So yeah, Senna Generalen, you guys are moving to the next round, and I think you're the first team of the winner bracket to do so, getting into the best of 3 phase against Alex or General or Aaron and Veneric. I want to hear your
Guys,
prediction.
actually-
Which team are you going to face up there? What do you
I
guys
need to
think?
go. I need to catch a train.
Okay.
Yeah. Good
Bye
luck.
bye.
See you.
Thanks for the game.
Have a nice
See
travel.
you soon.
My prediction or my hopes?
You can tell us both.
My prediction is unfortunately Alex and General, but I hope for Aaron and Venaric.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really hope for Venaric and Aaron. Like, those are both one of the top teams, so... Well, we must take them down, that's all. Doesn't matter who it's gonna be. We are gonna do it!
Yep.
Right, buddy boy Senna?
First, we gotta win S3.
Yeah, the next
I'm
step
not
on the
gonna-
menu.
Double crown is still on the table. Let's go.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, I think we can keep it at that. And yeah, my first co-caster left me already, so thank you, Fabi, again. And also thanks to Janich, who had a great cast with us here today. Thank you. And
Thank you too.
yeah, we will see you next game. I think now my casting marathon of this week, where I think I casted
All the games.
maybe. Yeah, I really casted a lot this week, so now it's time for my weekend and maybe playing myself a few games again. And yeah, now it's over. No games planned in the near foreseeable future. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be back at some point in the tournament again for casting more games. And yeah, see you next time. Have a nice rest of the Sunday. Goodbye.